Uh, I don't know if the score was indicative of how close the game was because first half, our first 7 drives on offense, we had less than 20 yards. So um, it should have been a lot worse in their favor, in my opinion. I think our defense kept us in the game. Um, Played on a kind of a short field, had some major busts on a couple of major busts on defense that hurt us, and they capitalized on it. We were able to overcome some things, some mistakes on defense with some turnovers, and then we had some opportunities for more turnovers, didn't make them. But offensively, they just dominated us up front, and to be in the game, to actually be up 13-10 in the fourth quarter, that's something that this is the resiliency of our team. We're fighting, we're staying in it, we're scrapping, just trying to find a way to get a point to where our offense is going. We're kicking field goals and not scoring touchdowns. 3 attempts, and we're 2 of 3 field goals, and it's just for what we did against Midwestern, and then to come out there and do that offensively, we got to do a better job. When what we're doing is not working, we got to find answers, and that's the frustrating part. You're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. One week you're really good, and you think you had confidence going in, and then the next week, you just suck. That's what we did. We just sucked. So I can't say it any other way. I could, but I don't want it to air. So, but we go down and it's 13-13, and there's 4 minutes left, and missed field goal. Got all the faith in Gage, and he gets up there and he just kicks a little left. I don't know if he slipped or mishit it. But when it goes a little left, and all of a sudden, we've been there, done that up there, did that last year, and they got momentum. And this football is a very momentum game. One play swings it, whether it's a turnover, a block kick, big return, big play. That was a big play. They felt like that. I think they felt like that they dodged the bullet there, and and then they throw one deep on us, and guy gets beat deep and still got a chance to. By that time, I think there's 2 minutes in the game, and so I start thinking it got to. Now, do we let them score? To have time to go down and do something again, and I have to call timeouts, try to hold them to a field goal, and we miss a couple tackles. They get down, score a touchdown. We still got a minute left, and we throw a pick six. So, I mean, it started off terrible. Didn't get any better with that. So, I mean, and you can't sugarcoat it. Not going to sugarcoat it. It's a different deal. It's hard to go up there and play, and that's they've got a home field advantage that you wouldn't think of because there's nothing on the visitor side. You're out there, and it's like crickets in a field, and I don't know. It's just a different scenario to have to play in, and I don't know. I just think we're as a coaching staff and myself, we're looking back. What could we do better? How could we travel better? What could we do to make it easier or get them? But the bottom line is you're a football player. You get 11 opportunities. You're guaranteed a year to go play, and you put all this work into it for 11 opportunities. You can earn more opportunities. So what motivates you? Is it the games themselves? Is it? I mean, there's no NIL deals at this level. I mean, so what? Why do you play the game? If you can't get motivated to go out for 11 opportunities out of 365 days a year, I mean, we're baffled. So I don't know. I'm had a long day yesterday getting back, so we've got a lot of time to think about it. But had a good meeting this morning, and if we don't turn it around quick, it's going to get worse because this team, Central Washington's, I know they lost to Western Oregon, but they barely beat Midwestern, but they're a good football team. Might be the best offensive line we play all year. And they've got a long memory. They'll remember coming down here our first year in this stadium, I believe, and us beating them, and then we went up there and opened their stadium, and we shocked them up there when they were ranked in the top 20. So I don't know. We got our work cut out for us. So
you kind of talked about it. I know that it was just Saturday, but you said a long trip back, 2 losses in conference play is tough to kind of come back from as the players, like I guess mindset already moving forward to what they have to accomplish for the rest of the season.
Well, I think it's a character thing. Our two losses. I mean, not taking Angelo State out, but our 2 losses, Western Oregon and Kingsville, and I'm not taking anything away from those 2 teams because they came out and played and did what they had to do. But I mean, you can't shoot yourself in the foot or beat yourself in more ways than we have in these 2 games. And that's kind of the frustrating part of it when you got some senior leadership, that older guys that have been around and understand it, and then I don't know, it's not expected. You don't expect 6 turnovers and a blocked field goal in one game. You don't expect us to, struggle the way we did in the first half against Western Oregon. So, it's kind of why you look at yourself and do a little inner revelation and try to come up with a way and find another way to challenge them. And I told him this morning, if you're a man of character, this is when your character's going to show. And I told every one of them, I said, if you're not ready to move forward and hold yourself accountable, and I said some things that I hold myself accountable to, and I told them that, and I said, if you don't want to do that and you want to take the easy way out, you got 30 seconds to get up and leave. But if you don't, then if you don't get up and leave, then understand what's going on. I mean, none of them left, so it's details. I mean, it's little details that people don't, that I think translate into the game. And from what you're asked to wear or told to wear, however you want to put it, to represent the team. When you're out in public and traveling and guys don't do it, well, how can you expect them to run the correct steps and do the right thing when they're not even paying attention to those details? Every detail matters. I mean, so and it's not just football. I try to tell them it's how life goes. Guy wants to be an engineer. You think those details about how to build a bridge and how much concrete you need and how much steel you need don't matter when people's lives are on the line? We're just playing a game. I mean, so, but I just try to get them going and go over the mistakes and try to get them a little more detail-oriented, work on our fundamentals a little bit more, and that's where I think we're slipping, and we try to do that every week. We're going to try to amp it up a little more this week. So.
You mentioned they're a great offensive line. Those 2 things that you watched as well.
Well, I don't know what their quarterback, Gasper's been out. I don't know if he's going to play this week, but their backup's done a really good job. Number 16, he can run the ball too. He just not as dynamic, I guess, if you look at it as Glasper is. But running back, 6 foot 220. He's not a bowling ball. He's more like Masters of the Universe Ram man. He's going to lower his head and he's going to run. He's got a low center of gravity. He's going to bowl people over. So defensively, they've got they're big and physical, and they're come downhill and hit you. So you kind of wish you were playing somebody from Kids Inc. to get yourself going, a little 5th grade team to get your offense a little confidence. But, it ain't that way in the Lone Star Conference. So we're going to be got a heck of a challenge, as positive as they're at our place. And, I think our kids will hunker down and see that, the season's not over. You got 4 games to prove yourself, and everybody says you lose 3 games, you can't make the playoffs. You know, I don't worry about that. You know, we just got to win the next one. All right. If we win the next one, then we'll work on winning the next one. If we win that, we'll work on winning the next one. That's what we do. We go week by week, and you know, there's a lot of football left all over the country, so we'll see what happens.